I've always been a storyteller. It's something that's always been very important to me, and I kind of realized that maybe true stories are probably the ones that hold the most value. I was born in the East Bay. My parents weren't married, and then I came along. They got married about 1.5 years after I was born and got divorced about 1.5 years after that. As I got older, maybe even 9, I kind of started realizing that my parents weren't the best. My mom was a binge drinker. My dad got really aggressive at times. He wasn't usually abusive towards me unless he got really drunk, But then my dad left. I thought I was being smart, trying to get to my dad's in Michigan, and I was 14 at the time, so I was mentally unstable because I ran away too many times. It was my fault. There's never consistency in my life, and then it just got even less consistent. I have been in 3 level 10, so lower level group homes, and 4 higher levels. I would refuse to participate in their program and their groups and their recreation and stuff because I didn't like the kids there. But I really connected with a lot of the staff. But they're like, you can't have fun with staff if you don't participate in groups. So they created a new punishment for me, which was every time I didn't participate in program, until I participated in program for 24 hours, they instructed all of the staff members and all of the residents not to talk to me, not to interact with me at all, just to pretend I didn't exist. They called it vacation. So eventually I got placed into a program, Edgewood, in San Francisco. It was built for kids who had been in group homes for years, and they were trying to integrate them back into society. There was a program in San Francisco called First Exposures, and it's a photography mentorship program for underprivileged youth in the San Francisco Bay Area. It became a really nice hobby. I really loved the idea of storytelling through imagery and being able to say a lot through that. When I'm outside and I'm taking pictures or whatever, I feel removed from time because I'm capturing it. The Wizard of Oz. That was my favorite movie since I was 3. When most people grow up, their favorite movies change because they change. I've never felt at home, and I always wanted to find it. I was going to move in with my aunt when I turned 18. I was just about to graduate, and she had an accident, had to get surgery, so she couldn't take me in. So at that point, I was just done. I was screw it. I dropped out of high school and threw kind of my whole dreams away and had a 3.82. I was on and off homeless, staying with friends, and I finally decided to call the last number I had for my dad, and he gave me money for a bus ticket, and I made it out to Michigan. My whole dream. And it turned out my dad had become an even worse alcoholic and really, really aggressive and abusive. So even in places like out here, we become pretty resourceful. I was able to find some things to help, and I did a lot of growing up in the last 1.5 years or so. And here's some of my more current stuff. For me, home is the place where no matter how many times you want to run, you just can't, because it just keeps you there and keeps you moving forward.